Adam, 6-0 defeat today. Just give me your thoughts on that.
First and foremost, really frustrating. Didn't give the greatest account of ourselves across the 90 minutes, which I think is really frustrating. First half, at the end of the first half, we said to the players that against good teams you have to be comfortable without the ball. And I thought in the first half, for the most part, we did really well at being without the ball, and we were structured, we were organised defensively. Northampton are a really good side, and they kept knocking on the door and asking questions, and we dealt with that really well first half. We changed a couple of things second half and asked them to approach that second half with a bit more sort of intensity and a bit more aggression, and I think for the first 10 minutes of the second half we looked like we were going to potentially get a goal and stick in the game, and then we very, very quickly fell apart, and that's frustrating for us as a staff because it's not what we're about at this football club. So I think, yeah, we're really frustrated with probably half an hour of that second half, to be honest.
Would you say that was a game of two halves? Because at half time, certainly from looking at it, it seemed that it was a 50-50 game.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, Northampton had the possession and they were looking to create openings, but like I said, we're comfortable without the ball. In our league winning season last year, we spent some games where we had, you know, 40%, 37% possession in a couple of games, and we're okay with that because defending is a massive part of the game, and we trust ourselves to do a job in there. So I think, yeah, you know, Northampton definitely had the possession first half. I think we had opportunities, we had counter-attacks, which was part of the thing we spoke about to the players. It was just then disappointing second half that we weren't able to maintain those standards out of possession and look to create more going forward.
I know we don't like to talk about or blame referees, but a couple of decisions that maybe didn't go your team's way, in particular the penalty. Any thoughts on that?
It's a difficult one. We'll never lay blame at officials. They got a really difficult job. The performance was an interesting one. I think it was difficult, but I think it was probably just a bit of a lack of consistency. I don't think it was favoured either one or the other. So, yeah, listen, we take full accountability ourselves as a staff and a player, and the officials have got a hard enough job out there as it is. But yeah, it was a difficult game.
And at the end of the game, you had all the players in together. Can you just give us a little insight into what you said to them?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, it was about reminding the players that elements of that second half performance weren't what we're about as a football club. We've been here a long time as a staff, and we've built a culture at the club about what it means to play for Notts County, about what it means to represent this badge, and you have to play like that for 90 minutes. You can't just do 45 or 55 minutes and think that's enough. It has to be 90 minutes. So it was a reminder of the standards that we set ourselves and each other, and that we've committed to as players and staff. But then it was also a reminder to the players that last time we suffered a bad defeat against Kelsey, we turned up at league and put on one of the best performances of the season and should have won that game. So the evidence is there that we can go and do that again, and focus the minds on Tuesday being solutions based with the analysis and learning how we can improve. Taking that into Thursday on the grass, and then going and attacking the weekend fixture with confidence that we can bounce back from difficult situations to bring something positive from it.
You've had a couple of weeks off in between games, but this time round it is a week's rest, straight back into it next weekend. Is that a positive thing?
Yeah, 100%. You know, when you have a difficult result, you want the opportunity to get straight back at it and put it right. So having a game on Sunday is really important for us. I think whilst we perhaps needed a rest, I think, you know, the fitness levels definitely showed today. Northampton were good for 90 minutes, and in the last sort of 15 minutes of the game we really struggled. So the players have to recognise that and take accountability for that as well. And that's all of us across the squad. So I think, yeah, having the back-to-back games is really important. Having the opportunity to go Tuesday, Thursday straight into the weekend is something we're all really looking forward to.
And Leafield away is a very big game. Looking at the table, how are you feeling ahead of that one?
Yeah, we're feeling good. And I think with games, we take every game one at a time. We don't worry about the table too much. We can control the controllables, and what we can control is our effort, application and intensity next Sunday. And if we get the stuff right that we're doing in the week, and we bring it over onto the Sunday, and we do that at a high level, that is what we can control, and then what Leafield do we can't control. So we have to perform for 90 minutes, we have to be at it, we have to be intense and aggressive and give a good account of ourselves. And yeah, whether it's Leafield or one of the teams right at the top of the table, we take every game the same. We have to go and apply ourselves in the correct way and try and get a positive result.